Hello everyone, I am going to explain you the very common topic, that is the photosynthesis and the X-ray spectrum. What happens in photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is defined as the overall reduction of carbon dioxide or conversion of radiant energy into chemical energy, or reduction of carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight by chlorophyll or pigments, certain pigments, to form the carbohydrate, and oxygen is being evolved as a byproduct. So, how this happens? This happens in two different phases. One important phase is light reaction, light dependent, another is light independent. So, light reaction is also known as Hill reaction. And what happens here in light reaction? Today's video is on that basis. Actually, what the radiation of sun is, I have tried to make it clear that they have different range of wavelength. Wavelength of light, you are familiar with. So, we have a gamma range, X-ray, ultraviolet range, and from 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer of the wavelength of light is the visible one, and after that infrared is there, radio waves are there. So these are the range of radiation which are not required or not used in photosynthesis. Only the certain range of radiation is required for photosynthesis, and it was experimentally proved when the slit a white beam of light allowed to pass through the brain, and the microbes, aerobic microbes, some member of algae were growing, and along with some bacterial culture, it was observed that the bacteria gathered there, the colony of bacteria was more seen, aerobic bacteria, which required oxygen, near the red light and blue light. So we related that the rate of photosynthesis is higher at the red light as well as the blue light. So red light is the rate of photosynthesis is high, and at green light there is a minimum. This is the reason that chlorophyll appears green in color. Plants hate green color; they do not like it. Why? Because green color has no use of the plant. The rate of photosynthesis is minimum. This is one of the reasons. So what happens in this figure? I have drawn the rate of photosynthesis or absorption of light through various range of visible rays: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. And these are the pigments. In red color, you are observing that the rate of photosynthesis is minimum before blue range of means in ultraviolet ray. And when visible ray, violet color is given, indigo is given, blue given. When blue color is, the rate of photosynthesis becomes maximum. This graph. And after that it's fall down up to green, minimum, and then again increases up to red. Okay, so at red color and at blue color there are two peaks for chlorophyll A. This is a chlorophyll A, and white color you are giving the chlorophyll B. It has also somehow a similar path. Again, minimum at the green and maximum at the red and blue. Third one is the beta carotene, which is also more or less maximum at blue, but it doesn't reach to red. So in this way, the X-ray spectrum show that all quality of light are not fit for photosynthesis. Certain quality, red and blue, are the best one. Okay. So this one is showing the rate of photosynthesis, what I have shown here through X-ray spectrum. Now, try to understand what happens here in this light reaction. So, light reaction is characterized through the Z scheme. We study about it. So, what happens here? As soon as it takes place at the range of redox potential +1 to -1/2. So, near about minus 0.6 range of the radiation, where the electron present in the chlorophyll, chlorophyll contains magnesium as its center, and 4 nitrogen atoms form a ring, chlorophyll structure you can see. So what happens? They have a pigment system. Two pigment system operate in ZS scheme, or it is also known as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. When I talk about the phosphorylation, means addition, addition of inorganic phosphate to the ADP to form ADP. It happens in three different ways. One by at substrate level in glycolysis in respiration. You will study about it. That when phosphoenol pyruvic acid converts into pyruvic acid, 1 ATP is synthesized. Secondly, oxidative phosphorylation, in which the in electron transport system, when NADPH2, the hydrogen, the proton and the electron there join to give rise to hydrogen, and oxygen is added to it hydrogen to form water. So by the oxidation, oxidative phosphorylation, oxygen is utilized, the energy when oxygen is added to hydrogen, what the energy is given, that creates the redox potential, again proton gradient there, we will study it later on in respiration, and ATP synthesis. Third one is the here light reaction. Here in light, the light energy photons strike on the chlorophyll molecule, the pigment system hand over the electron, their energy to the PS2, which is activated at 680 nanometer of quality of light, first involved in ZS scheme of photophosphorylation, and the electron jump from ground state to excited state. And that electron is accepted by primary acceptor here. Primary acceptor transport through the transformation of complex exchange to the plasmochinome. Plasmochinome finally transfer to the cytochrome B6, and then B6 transfer to the cytochrome 3, and cytochrome 3 is transferred to the cytochrome F. So the energy near about minus 0.6 electron volt energy at that level of energy, the ADP is added to inorganic phosphate is added to ADP for ATP. So this is known as photophosphorylation. Addition of inorganic phosphate to ADP to form ATP. So this now the electron lose the energy, then passes down to plasmocyanin to pigment system 1 again. Sunlight strike again, the pigment system 1 receive the 700 quality of nanometer of light, and then excited the electron once again. This electron goes and received by primary acceptor. Now what happens? During dark reaction, two important products are required. 18 ATPs are required and 12 NADPH2 are required. These are required in dark reaction, but producing light reaction. When we see overall this scheme, three things are happening. Photolysis taking place. What the electron has jumped, it is fulfilled by, the gap is fulfilled by photolysis of